All right, Spurs beat the Raptors 121 to 103. So that's cool. We get the win. It's always cool to win. My first takeaway from the game, no numbers takeaway just from watching the game. Colin Murray Boyles is super impressive. My first takeaway doesn't even have to do with the Spurs because I feel like Murray Boyles was the most standout player on the court other than Wembenyama, to be honest. He did such a great job guarding Wemby. We'll get into Wemby stats in a second. He had a great game. He only took 8 shots throughout the game, which kind of makes his stat sheet even more impressive on that small amount of shots. But one of the reasons he only took 8 shots was Murray Boyles was playing just excellent defense on him. It's those types of guys that people around the league are starting to find out do the best job on Wemby. That was kind of my opinion. Zion did a good job on him. I feel like Lou Dort would do a good job. Murray Boyles, just those lower to the ground guys that can move their feet and that are really strong and stocky, so they can get low and give Wemby troubles. On the perimeter when they have that lower base of gravity. But Murray Boyles was great. Played great defense on Wemby. He had 19 points, 7 for 13, 3 for 5 from 3, and Toronto fans should be happy and really excited about having Murray Boyles because he looks like a really special player. He's still a rookie, but I think he's going to be great. And my next takeaway was we crushed the Raptors. We crushed them in just about every statistical category. We'll get into it in a second here, the exact stats that we crushed them in. But even with us just dominating them in almost every aspect of the game, this was still like the most frustrating game for me to watch as a Spurs fan in the whole season so far. And I don't know why that is. Like we should be happy. We get the win. We pretty much dominate the Raptors again in just about every category across the stat sheet. But it's always the same old shit. We missed De'Aaron Fox really, really bad this game again. We missed Jeremy Sohan. We're really missing Luke Cornett. He has an ankle sprain. Hopefully he'll be back soon. We're missing Kelly Olynyk. We haven't even seen him play on an NBA court yet, but we're missing him as well. Um, just fucking turnovers again. Just turnovers. We miss swipers so bad because De'Aaron Fox, he doesn't always just push the pace. He can go a million miles an hour when he wants to, but De'Aaron Fox is a veteran. He's great at feeling out the game and feeling the pace of the game. He knows when he should push the pace. He knows if we're up fucking 25 points, however many points we're up, it's not the time to run a fast break and try to throw a full court pass. I think it was to Champagny. Someone tried to throw him a full court pass and it goes out of bounds, and we're just turning it over like crazy. We're just taking fast shots. It's like, dude, slow down, slow down. We're up 20 points. De'Aaron Fox is going to be great when he comes back because once we get 20-point leads with De'Aaron Fox, we're not going to be fucking sweating it out, sweating it out in the fourth quarter and having Toronto cut the lead to 8 points. There was one particular possession I remembered. It was Keldon. Keldon's been playing great this season. His offensive rebounding is crazy. He kind of slotted right into his role last season. He would still try to do. I felt like quite a bit of isolation stuff. He still does this from time to time, but a lot of the time he'll catch the ball. I make this point a lot. Say Keldon's on the wing and someone's at the top of the arc. They pass the ball to Keldon. The right play is to swing it one more time to the corner three, but a lot of the times Keldon will just catch it, take his matchup one-on-one, kind of bulldoze his way to the rim, and it honestly works out more often than not. Keldon is really good at bulldozing to the rim and getting those finishes, but with that being said, I just feel like Keldon can kind of get that tunnel vision at times, but that was more last season. So far this season, he's been really great in his role, and his role seems to just crash the boards like crazy. He's always on the offensive glass. He does a good job in defensive rebounding as well, and just find your shots within the flow of the offense. And he's been doing a much better job of that this season. But with that being said, there was one particular play. It was in the third quarter. We're up 18 points, however many points we're up, if y'all remember the play. But Keldon Johnson, he catches the ball. He's on the right wing. He's not in the paint, but he's basically in the post. I want to say Jakob Pertl was guarding him. I want to say it was Pertl or Scotty Barnes, two really different players, but it was a big ass motherfucker from Toronto. They have a lot of big ass guys. But anyway, Keldon Johnson's trying to back him down. He's not backing the guy down. The guy's way bigger and stronger than Keldon. I think it was Jakob Pertl. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But anyway, Keldon's trying to back him down. He's not moving him. Keldon should just pass the ball out to someone else, but Keldon hadn't taken a shot in a while, so I get it. You want to get some field goal attempts up, but Keldon's backing down, not moving him. He spins off of his left shoulder. again, Keldon's not even in the paint. He's probably maybe a foot out of the paint, spins off his left shoulder and goes up with a floater off the glass, and he just I'm not gonna say missed the shot terribly, but it was a horrible shot. He missed the shot. As soon as he shot it, I just go, what the fuck, Keldon? Like, what are you doing? Keldon's our veteran player, so I expect more from Keldon. And when Keldon makes mistakes like that, that kind of frustrates me because I get it. You make a bad pass, maybe you dribble a ball off your foot, you miss a shot. That's all good. Turnovers happen in the heat of the moment, but to try to post up a guy that's like 50 more pounds than you, you're not backing him down, and then just to spin over your left shoulder and take a floater shot like that shot Keldon took. If y'all remember, I just yell at my TV, what the fuck are you doing, Keldon? Because we're up 18 points. He probably took the shot with 15, 16 seconds still left on the shot clock. So, like I said, we missed De'Aaron Fox really bad. Once Fox gets back, we're going to see such a difference. Once we're up 20 points in a game, we're not going to let teams cut it back to single digits once we have De'Aaron Fox out there. On to some positive things, though. We just come out and dog walk the Raptors, to be honest. What we can do really good, we have so many young, talented players. We can come out. We've been doing it a lot these past few games, but we'll just come out and just kind of blitz teams out of the gate. We just come out with so much energy, so many guys that are capable of hitting threes, not at a high clip for everyone, but guys that are capable of making threes. We have Vassell is really athletic out there. Keldon Johnson can get to the rim. Mainly Castle and Harper are our two guys that are just they're not elite guards quite yet, but I always make the point they're elite at pressuring the rim, getting to the rim, and collapsing the defense. I'll say both of those guys are very good at doing that. We just come out and we're just fucking running, just fast break points, and we just come out and blitz teams. Toronto had the lead not once in the entire game. We led wire to wire, and I'm really proud of us for leading the game wire to wire. But with that being said, just because we won the game, it doesn't wipe away all the mistakes that we made. Because I think I said earlier in the video, this was the most frustrating game for me to watch out of the entire season because we start the fourth quarter, we're up 17 points to start the fourth quarter, and they somehow cut it down to 8 points. It's just, again, us missing De'Aaron Fox because he's the point guard. He's going to slow things down. Dylan Harper controls pace pretty well, but he's still a rookie. He doesn't really know how to go out there and just close out a game quite yet. And if he does know how to, Mitch Johnson's not really putting him out there with 5-6 minutes left in crunch time and saying, hey, Dylan, bring us home. Go do your thing out there. So, again, we're missing Fox. I can't say that enough. But we entered the fourth quarter up 17 points. They cut the lead to 8 points at one time. And then what happened? Wembanyama gets a bucket. He gets a little mid-range jumper. He gets an assist to Stephon Castle. Stephon Castle hits a three. And then Victor Wembanyama gets back-to-back buckets on Murray Boyles. And again, the most impressive player for Toronto from my point of view. But Wemby gets back-to-back buckets on him. He has one where I think both of them, he's isolated in the Dirk Nowitzki spot. He's like right there on the elbow. Kind of hits him with a pump fake. The last shot he dribbles, goes into the lane, kind of hits him with the shoulder, and goes up and hits like a little floater off the glass. You can see Wemby coming back down the court. He's walking over to the bench, and he's saying, get the fuck off me, get the fuck off me. You can read his lips, and I love Wemby kind of adopting the Kobe Bryant mentality. But yeah, Wemby gets those big buckets down the stretch on Murray Boyles. Yeah, it was those back-to-back buckets. Get into our numbers. Like I said, we pretty much crushed them in just about every statistical category as a team. I'm sure you can probably guess the stat that they beat us in if you watch the game. But field goal percentage, we're 58% from the field. Toronto's 47%. We crushed them in field goal percentage. 3-point percentage, we're 48%. They're 38%. We waxed them there. Free throw percentage, we're 83%. They're 74%. That's one thing I've been complaining about these first 3 games is our free throw shooting. So our free throw shooting looked much better as a team, and that's good to see. What does Stephon Castle shoot? Castle's 9 for 14. That's really good for Castle. He was okay at free throws his rookie year, but he's been improving his free throws. They're looking better. His 3-point shot, I wouldn't say he's knocking them down at like a way higher clip than he was last year, but he seems more comfortable stepping into them, and I feel like he's just kind of starting to find his rhythm and just find out which spots on the court he can get his 3-point looks from, and then hopefully he'll start knocking down some more. as the season goes on, but we saw how much Stephon Castle developed his three ball just across the span of his rookie season. So I look forward to him hopefully making some strides on his three ball as well. But yeah, anyway, our free throws look good. Wemby gets 10 for 10 at the free throw line. So I made the point in my past video. Wemby's getting to the free throw line like crazy. It's no surprise. He was shooting 9 threes last season. Some people in the Spurs organization, mainly people outside the Spurs organization, what are you doing, Wemby? You're 7 feet tall. You can't be shooting 9 threes a game. You got to get down low and get in the post. And those same people see what Wemby's doing this season. I'm a genius at basketball. I knew Wemby should have done that, but he was just too skinny to actually get in the post as a sophomore. Anyway, that's off topic. Wemby's getting into the paint a whole lot. He's getting way more free throws. This is at least his second game of the first 4 games where he's been double-digit free throws, so we love to see that. But we're 83% from the free throw line. Kings. The Raptors are 74%, so we got them there. We have 44 rebounds. They have 20 rebounds. We just fucking waxed them on the glass. Watching the game, it didn't really feel like we did. Let's see, Toronto. We had 7 offensive rebounds. Toronto only had 1 offensive rebound, but we absolutely crushed them on the glass. If we're playing a team and we get twice as many rebounds as them, plus 4, because again, we had 44, they had 20. We had 2 times as many as they did, plus 4 more rebounds. This is how it should look. Honestly, it's honestly disappointing we didn't win by 30 points, because if you have twice as many rebounds as a team, you should just fucking wax them by 20 plus points. But again, I can't be mad with the win. I'm happy we won the game, but we were making a lot of mistakes out there. To the last thing, y'all can already guess what it was. I'm always looking at turnovers, and we had 20 turnovers. They had 15 turnovers, and I didn't see exactly how many we had in the fourth, but it seemed like we just came out in the fourth quarter and just started turning the fuck over. Is that how you say it? Turning over the fuck out of the ball. Just crazy turnovers to start the fourth. They get some confidence. They get back in the game. They cut it to single digits. I'm trying to go to bed. I had to wake up early today. I'm saying, Wemby, tuck me in, bro. Put this shit away. Put us up by 30 points, Wemby, so I can go to bed. But we weren't able to quite do it. Wemby had an amazing game. Just real quick to Wemby's game. He took 8 shots. He scored 24 points on only 8 shots. He's plus 35, so just ridiculous. Of course, he has 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He does have the 4 turnovers. One thing I noticed about Wemby, he was a bit out of control with his dribble moves. He has a really nice handle. He's improved his handle since last season. He gets really low with it, and he has a nice handle, especially for a 7'5" dude, or just a center in general. But in this game, a lot of the time, he kind of gets in his handle. He'll go to his crossover move. He'll beat his initial defender. He kind of knows he can beat a lot of his initial defenders with that crossover move, so he beats them, and then he gets in the paint, and the help defender comes over, and he just makes a bad pass, or there was one he dribbled off of his foot a bit later in the game out of bounds. So he's still kind of learning. Even his rookie year, his sophomore year, he wasn't really breaking defenders down off the dribble one-on-one in isolation, so that's something he's adding to his game and getting better at. And like I was saying, he's getting better at breaking them down, so he's beating that initial defender. Next thing for him is learning how to be an even better playmaker and learning what play to make after he beats that initial defender. But only the 8 shots, again, the 24 points. I made a point in my last video, all 3 games so far before this game, Wemby had taken 20 shots or more, and I made a point, I don't really ever want to see Wemby take less than 20 shots, but this game he only took 8, and he looks great out there. He just let everyone around him cook, and we beat the Raptors. The Raptors are, I think they finished 11 last year in the East. I was going to say a bottom feeder team. That might be kind of mean, but they're a lower seeded team in the East. That's fair to say. So we're able to beat them with this performance. But if this was like OKC or Houston, Denver, one of those top tier teams in the NBA, you know, I don't think we would have won this game. To be honest with you, it would have been a lot closer. One thing I noticed with Wemby, of course, he's the best defender in the NBA. A lot of people want to put the elite logo on him offensively. I'm the biggest Spurs fan. I haven't missed one Wemby game in his whole career, but I wouldn't give him the elite logo offensively yet. There's only a few players in the NBA I would give that to. I mean, SGA, Jokic, Luka Doncic. I wouldn't even give it to Giannis, to be honest with you, but he's kind of right there. If I'm going to put elite next to your name offensively, that means I can just give you the ball and you're going to get me a high quality offensive possession every single time we give you the ball. Like an SGA, he just can always get to his mid range and get you a high quality shot. He might take 25 plus shots on the game, but he's probably going to make 50% or more of those shots. So SGA can basically get you high quality offense every time he's on the court. Luka's going to break down the defense. He's going to get a step back three. He's going to get any floater he wants in the paint. He's going to draw three defenders. He's going to kick out for open threes. He's going to get you a high quality offensive possession every single time that he's running the offense. Same thing with Jokic. With Wemby, we can't just give him the ball right now and say, all right, bring us home, Wemby. We can't just give Wemby the ball and say, take 20 plus shots, Vic, run our entire offense and get us a good possession offensively every single time up the court, because he's making his way there. He's amazing offensively. He does a whole lot. He can score efficiently, obviously. But let me know if y'all agree with me. That's the next thing in his game, learning how to just create a high, just a high quality shot for himself or his teammates every single time on offense, because he's not up there with SGA, Jokic, Luka as far as being just a high level playmaker that can just generate a one man offense for his team. I don't believe he's quite there yet, but he is on his way. Vassell has a good game. 15 points for Vassell. Castle is a fucking beast out there. He has 22 points. He bodied Scotty Barnes a couple of times. Scotty Barnes is like 6'10", 250. Scotty Barnes is one of the strongest players in the NBA, to be honest, and Stephon Castle was pushing him around, so that was really impressive. Julian Champagnie, I've been a bit worried about Julian Champagnie lately. I think I'm just overreacting. I checked his three-point percentage. He was 41% on the season from three before this game, and he hits 1 for 4. He's probably like, I want to say he's like 6 for 14 on the season at this point, so I think I was just overreacting to Champagnie's shooting, but I think he'll be just fine. Harrison Barnes has been bad for us lately as well, but this game he busted out 18 points, 4 for 5 from 3. He's 6 for 7 from the field. The 5 assists are surprising, but him having a shooting performance like this is not surprising to me. I expect Harrison Barnes to shoot like this, not every single night, but somewhere pretty close to that efficiency every single night. And with how deep our team is, we don't need Harrison Barnes to do this for us every single night. This is game 4. If Harrison Barnes can hit 4 threes for us in one of every 4 games, if he can give us 15 or more points in one of every 4 games, that'll be more than enough that we need from Harrison. Devin Vassell was very good as well. That's all I wanted to get to. Dylan Harper was great. He has 11 points, only the 1 turnover, 6 assists. Feels like he has 5 or more assists every single game he plays. He's a spectacular playmaker. He's still developing, but I think he's really close to running full-time point guard duties for us behind De'Aaron Fox. If we didn't have De'Aaron Fox, because Fox is going to start before him, but I think Dylan Harper is better suited to run the point guard than Stephon Castle. Castle's still a better player than Harper right now, but Harper's more of a natural point guard, and he's better at doing that. A good example of that, it's the end of the first quarter. There's like 6.5 seconds left on the clock. They pass the ball to Harper. He's dribble. He goes behind the back on Grady Dick. He's just jogging up the court, nonchalant. He's not in a sprint. He's like barely fucking jogging. Comes all the way up the court. He just looks lazy out there. I don't know if lazy is the right word, but if y'all saw the play, you know what I mean. He's just dribbling up nonchalant. He does like a little pass fake. I think it was on Scotty Barnes. Just like a little pass fake. And he just finishes at the rim at the buzzer with his left hand. And he never broke a sweat doing it. Looked like he was just in an empty gym by himself. Dylan Harper's change of pace, just his poise and his control of the game. His IQ is just so stupid for a rookie. He's already a really special player. He's going to be great. Last thing I wanted to hit was Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant is not ready to play 20-plus minutes a game. Obviously not. We've kind of seen it out there, but Carter Bryant looks so special on defense. He moves his feet so well. If you just watch him on defense, he's always in the passing lanes. He's almost always in the right place defensively, so we have no worries about that. He had a nasty chase down block. I forgot exactly who it was on, but he does turn the ball over, and then after his turnover, he chased the dude down, and just disgusting chase down block on him. He swats it into the front row. If y'all remember the play, it was just a fucking nasty block that Carter Bryant had. But with that being said, one more thing. He's 1 for 1 from 3. Congrats to Carter Bryant. That's his first field goal in the NBA. Send Carter Bryant a DM and congratulate our boy out there. The first 3 he's made. So he's made 1 3 in 4 games. It's not incredibly impressive, but he's not playing a lot of minutes. Um, we'll get to the shooting in a second. He does have the 2 turnovers. That's the thing I wanted to say. Carter Bryant gets the ball, kind of dribble himself into trouble. They double team him, or he picks up his dribble. There was one. Both the turnovers are pretty much the same. One, he's trying to pass it to Wemby, and his pass just stays in the air too long. He doesn't put like enough velocity on his passes. Both his turnovers were the same. He kind of dribbled his way into trouble, picked up his dribble, and tried to pass it cross court kind of unnecessarily. He could have just held the ball and waited for someone to come and help him, but he's still a rookie. He's making those mistakes and learning. So Carter Bryant, he's pretty turnover prone right now, but we're just letting him get out there, letting him develop. I think he played 6 minutes last game. He played 11 minutes this game. Maybe he plays 12 or 13 minutes next game. We just keep going from there. But he does hit the 1 3. I want to see him play next game. Maybe he makes another 3. Then maybe he makes one more the next game and gets a dunk or something. Just getting a little bit better. And then let's say he makes 1 3 these next 2 games. Then the third or fourth game he plays, he makes 2 3s, and now he makes 2 3s 2 games in a row. And then we play him. Now he makes 3. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see him gradually get his minutes increase, gradually get some shots on the NBA court, because he wasn't comfortable game 1. Game 2 or 3, he's getting a little more comfortable. He's still, I don't want to say he's not comfortable out there. I think he's pretty comfortable on the court at this point, but he's just learning how to make those reads offensively, getting more comfortable with his dribble. His 3-point shot looks really good. The one he knocked down looked really nice, and he looks amazing on defense, but he just doesn't have. He has good basketball IQ. He's just not there yet to be able to read the NBA speed, and just doesn't have the experience to make an impact offensively quite yet. But I like us giving him more minutes. Again, he knocked down a 3 this game. Maybe over the next 2 games, he makes 1 or 2 more threes. And then, like I said, just keep playing him a little bit more minutes. Keep letting him get shots, and he'll get more and more comfortable and get better as time goes on. But yeah, just an amazing team win. Again, the most stressful game of the whole season for me to watch, which doesn't make any sense because we were just crushing Toronto. We're up bell to bell. We never didn't lead this entire game. We were up the entire game, every single second of the game. I think that's why it was stressful for me. They cut the lead to 8 in the fourth quarter. They were always just kind of hanging around. When they cut the lead to 8 in the fourth quarter, I was just like, fuck, dude, I can't stomach this loss. We can't lose this game. OKC's 4-0. We're 4-0 as well. I was like, we can't be 3-0 and get our first loss by fucking blowing a 20-point lead. So I'm proud of us for hanging on and winning the game. Our team looks really young still, but we can just come out and just flash flood, just blitz teams with all of our youth and all of our talent. Once De'Aaron Fox comes back, our pace is just going to be stupid fast, but he's going to keep us under control. Once we go up 20 points with De'Aaron Fox in the game, good luck to those teams, because you're probably not going to cut it. You're probably not going to cut it to single digits the way that the Raptors were able to this game. So again, we're just missing De'Aaron Fox really bad. That's the most glaring thing. Throughout this entire game, the most glaring thing is us missing De'Aaron Fox. Same thing last game. We can get up really big on teams, but we need Swiper to come out and slow down the pace and just close out games for us, because that's what we brought him to San Antonio to do. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 7 million subscribers. Great team win for the Spurs. A lot of mistakes, but it's so impressive. We made so many mistakes, and we still just wrecked the Raptors by 18 points final score. We'll see y'all next time. Let me know what y'all thought about the win.